Where's the green screen?
You live? I didn't decided I didn't want to use it tonight.
What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? This is the On God Podcast. I am Young Money Bad News, the co-CEO of the Star Money Click and the BMC Capo for Life, the number one rapper in the world. That is 1-5. The other co-CEO of the Star Money Click, the number one producer in the world, and Beat Punisher's Big Dog. That is Jimmy Two Times, the number one 49ers fan, the number one Oklahoma Sooners fan, and my brother from another mother. And we are the On God Podcast. Week 10 in NCAA was some shit. We're gonna get straight into it. It was week 11. I'm sorry. I'll take that back. It was week 10 in the NFL. I'm sorry, folks. Week 11 in the NCAA. Oregon is now 10-0. Beat Maryland, who is now 4-5, 39-18. We're not surprised by this. Maryland is a shit show. Oregon handle business. That's what you're supposed to do right now in this time of year. Number 2, Ohio State, 8-1. Blasted Purdue, 1-8, 45-0. Great showing by Ohio State's defense again. We're starting to show that we are one of the top defenses in the country. The offense is moving very well. Will Howard played a really good game. Running game looked good. Passing game looked good. 1-5, do you have any complaints or do you have anything you want to say?
Defense looked dominant, bro.
I agree. Number 3, Georgia versus number 16, Ole Miss at the time. We haven't done the rankings. We will do our rankings on Thursday. We have not done our rankings. So I'm just giving y'all from when it was the week it was. Upset. We all called it. Everybody on the pod finally got it together. We did it at the same time. Ole Miss 28.
2 times took Georgia.
Did he?
Yeah.
You did take Georgia.
He wasn't gonna say shit.
I couldn't trust Mississippi State. I mean, Ole Miss. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I trusted Ole Miss because they was at home, and Georgia just sorry, man. 28-10. The weather was really bad. Carson Beck did what he always do. He made sure he threw 1 interception for us. They got 5 sacks on him, 9 tackles for a loss, and an interception on Georgia. Made Georgia look very pedestrian. ETN didn't play in this game, but it really hasn't mattered. ETN only had 1 real running game that was probably kind of decent, and it was against Texas. And it's only because he had 3 touchdowns, but he only had 82 yards. So he's barely even ran for 100 yards on the regular this year. So don't let that game fool y'all. Georgia is a pamper. We have been saying it most of the year, but Carson Beck is really the pamper on this team. Number 4, Miami. Number 4, Miami goes down to Georgia Tech. We was all this close to picking Georgia Tech too.
Yeah. I said Syracuse was going to be the one to get them at the end of the year.
Georgia Tech beats them 28-23. Miami is now 9-1. Georgia Tech is 6-4. Number 5, Texas, 8-1. Beat Florida, who is 4-5 now, 49-17. Blowout. We're not surprised. We didn't have no faith in Florida anyway. Georgia should have never struggled with Florida, but that's what showed you that Georgia was not that good because you struggle with Florida. Texas blasted Florida, and then y'all blasted Texas. So that SEC is starting to show their true colors to us for real. We starting to really see it. Number 6, Penn State is now 8-1. They after losing to us, they bounced back and blasted Washington 5-5, 35-6. Can't knock them. Played a good game. Had to bounce back because if you want to stay in that top, run that top 10, top 5, you got to keep winning. Number 7, Tennessee, 8-1. They won 33-14 over Mississippi State. They're 2-8. Tennessee is rolling again ever since the Alabama victory. Number 8, Indiana, 10-0. Michigan, 5-5, loses to Indiana, 20-15 in Hoosier Town. Now, this game told me 2 things. This game told me that pressure bust pipes. And what I mean by that is Indiana been blowing out everybody. So when Indiana finally played a team where the athleticism on the other side of the ball kind of caught up with them, where it's kind of like even keel, they only won by 5 points. So while y'all all running around thinking Indiana gonna beat Ohio State or they gonna give us a lot of trouble, I don't really think they're gonna give us a lot of trouble. I think it's gonna be a good game, but I think the Buckeyes are gonna win the game. But shout out to Indiana anyway for putting down the Up North boys. They are now 10-0. BYU, this is the screw job of the weekend. BYU beats Utah 22-21 on the worst holding call in the history of holding.
What's crazy is they was up 21-10 though.
Yeah, but it was a sack on the play. It was a sack when they threw it. But Utah, you got to finish. You got to finish.
Can't let them refs get you.
That's what I was going to say. One of the key things we say on this podcast is never let the refs determine if you're going to win or lose the game. Period.
They make me look good.
Man, that's crazy. Number 10, Notre Dame, 8-1. Blasted Florida State, 52-3. Florida State is probably the first team in the history of college football, maybe not in the history, but in the last 25 years, that was damn near undefeated last year and damn near defeated this year. Like, this is crazy.
That might be
total opposite
of all time.
I hate to say this about their coach, man, but you're gonna get fired, man. And it's really sad because they was in position to win the championship last year, and they starting quarterback who was balling, he got hurt. But then at the same time, we knew they hadn't played nobody. So when they seen Georgia blew the doors off of them. So it's like, Florida State, have y'all really been that good, or has this really been the pamper show the whole time? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Florida State's one of those heavy transfer portal teams. They bring a lot of people in. I think you're starting to see these teams that really rely heavily on that really struggle because of team chemistry. It's just not there like some of these other teams like Ohio State and Alabama's and LSU's of the world that have guys since they're freshmen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Those type of teams.
It's bad. Number 11 Alabama 7-2 beat LSU number 15, who is 6-3, 42-13. 1-5. I think you was the only one picked Alabama, didn't you? I mean LSU, didn't you?
Yeah.
I
picked LSU.
I LSU the pamper.
Yeah.
James, did you pick LSU?
I don't remember. I can't honestly remember.
I don't know.
No. Anyhow, I know you took Alabama.
Yeah, because
I can't remember, to be honest with you.
Nussmeiler, their quarterback, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That was yeah.
He's trash. Number 12, Boise State wins again, 28-21 over Nevada. Genty is working on his Heisman campaign very well. I won't be, but I just got this funny feeling Travis Hunter gonna get it. Travis Hunter's something different, man. He's just different, man. And Colorado won again over Texas Tech, so Colorado's still rolling. They on their way to the top 15 in a minute. I think they ranked 18 now. But
they're peaking at the right time.
Right, they are. That's college football for the week. Thursday, y'all will get our picks, or Friday, probably Thursday more than likely. Y'all will get our picks for week 12. Hell of a week in college football in week 11. We're going to move over to the pros. Week 10 in the NFL, my Eagles dominated. They're 7-2 over the Cowboys 3-6. We beat these boys 34-6. It ain't too much I got to say about it. The Cowboys are decimated. The Cowboys are really a joke for real. The culture is even getting bad. I mean, Michael Parsons cleaned up what he said, but the fact that he even said it that way just lets you know how they really feel in D-Town. And I really can't knock Mike McCarthy because you really didn't have nothing to work with for real outside of the key players you already had. But Jerry Jones, I just want to be honest with you, bro. It's time for you to walk away, bro, because they're never going to win as long as you're there. So Until you
Well,
leave,
the fact that McCarthy's in an expiring contract, we already know he gone.
yeah, we know he gone too. But until you leave, Jerry Jones, until you go,
Yeah.
that shit is not gonna go nowhere.
I mean, what's the point if his son think the same way as he do? He likes the metal.
He don't. I don't think
Uh,
he. I don't think.
uh,
I don't.
the
I don't think he
son,
thinks like him. He just
yeah,
answers to him.
yeah, because that year that Manziel came out, the son talked the dad out of. He talked Jerry out of drafting him. He was like, "Man, we don't
Yeah,
need
he
that."
overrules. He
Yeah,
overrules everything he want to do. That's the problem.
yeah.
That's where they screwed, man.
So if you
They
if
just
you
screwed.
you've been seeing the internet rumors of Dion going to Colorado or
It
the
ain't. It ain't.
Cowboys
It's
and
not a rumor. It ain't. It ain't even a rumor. What it was is on all the social media platforms. They started talking about it on national TV, bringing it up, like Stephen A. and them. Man, that shit,
right.
man, Dion ain't going nowhere, man. Dion
You,
ain't going. Dion already said he ain't going to the NFL. He don't want to. He loved college, and I don't
well,
blame him.
you know,
Yeah,
I would like to believe that, but I don't believe any coach when they say that. We've seen it way too many times from the Nick Sabans and all those guys. I ain't going nowhere, and the next thing you know, they're gone. Boom.
I only believe Dion because Dion don't need no money. Dion don't need no
I
money,
don't need
and
money, but I don't.
Dion is not going. Dion does not want to start losing and have to answer to Jerry Jones. That shit ain't gonna happen. He ain't doing that shit.
I think
He
Dion's
might.
about the person that might be able to tell Jerry Jones where to shove it, though.
I
Yeah.
mean, if that's how you feel, that's fine. But rumor mills don't move me, and that's one of them ones that don't move me because Dion done already made it blatantly clear when he left Jackson State.
I
The
don't.
only reason why he said they've been asking him for like 2 years. Would you like to go to the NFL? He like, hell no.
Florida State or he's staying.
Florida State or he's staying. That's exactly what I see. I see Florida State. Um,
Yeah, I could see Florida State before the Cowboys.
period.
Now the
Period.
now the only way I can see the Cowboys him going to the Cowboys if the Cowboys get the number one pick, which I think they are close to. They're close in the top five, and Shador is there for them to pick, and they move on from Dak, but I don't think that's going to happen either. So it's just
No.
far fetched.
The Dolphins 3-6 last night. Well, they 3-6 now. Beat the Rams, who are 4-5 now. 23-15. Tua still looked shaky. He was damn near throwing the Rams interceptions. I don't know what the hell was wrong with Stafford and them last night, but Stafford did this. They was Staffording. They was ramming last night. They was doing when they got a chance to move forward and finally gain some ground, they just can't do it.
The defense played exceptional. The offense, and it's the first time in a long time Stafford they didn't even score a touchdown. It was all field goals, and they even missed the
Nah,
field goal. It should have been 23-18.
yeah, they didn't look good at all. I don't know what that was about. Their defense did play well though.
Hey,
Um,
keep doing that. We like that.
the the Lions 8-1 now. The Texans are 6-4 now. The Lions beat the Texans 26-23 in a comeback win. Jared Goff probably played his worst game of the year. 2 touchdowns, 5 picks. The Texans played a pretty decent game, but they just couldn't close it because they was beating the Lions most of the game, and the Lions just turned it up in the second half. The Lions showed that they really are a championship caliber team, but at the same time, you have to win it and keep winning to prove you are championship caliber. So we're not saying they ain't been to the playoffs yet, but they've never been in this position where they lead in the pack in the NFC. So we'll see if they can keep it going.
It's been 70 years since they started like this. 70. That
Yeah.
means my
So
parents were 6.
right now, they looking good right now. I can't knock them right now.
Right.
The Jets 3-7.
My Cardinals.
The Cardinals win again, 31-6. The Cardinals are now 6-4. 1-5's Cardinals is balling out. I guess
Balling.
he I guess he can brag about these boys because he can't brag about his own damn team. He might as well.
Oh
He
man,
might as
I'm
well
sick and
brag about
tired of running these damn Cardinals, man. Stay your ass in the AFC North, man. You causing me problems.
yeah, because they winning. Uh the Chargers win 27-17 over the Titans.
Yep.
Harbaugh boys is now 6-3. The Titans are 2-7. I mean, but when you keep playing these sorry teams like this, you should be 6-3. Shit.
And more ugly wins. And look, he's doing the hardball, the ugly wins. They look ugly as hell winning the game.
Mm-hmm. The Patriots 19, the Bears 3. The Patriots are now 3-7. The Bears are 4-5. The Bears fired their offensive coordinator today, Shane Waldron. The Bears are doing the same shit they did when they had Justin Fields. My thing is this: if you're going to bring in a number one quarterback, you have to haul ass through the whole culture of the Bears. Every coach has to go. The head coach should have been gone. You can't bring that boy in to play underneath him, and he was playing. Justin Fields was getting the same. It's the same shit. It's like we pressing. It's like we watching the show, and then we like, man, we missed the first episode. Run it back real quick. Matter of fact, run it back again.
What's telling is Justin Fields was regressing under the same coaching staff and having a hard time with the offensive line and everything else. And then fast forward to Dak Prescott Jr., which I called him during the summertime. He's regressing under this. You got to get rid of old boy. I always mess up his name. Everfluss or Everfresh.
I don't know what it
is. Everfresh.
You got to haul that. Yeah, he got.
Yeah, get rid of Everfresh.
I mean, I wish you could fire the fingernail polish too, but just get rid of all of them. Just start fresh.
Get rid of all of them. You can't fire Caleb Williams. He's a rookie, so he's supposed to do this bullshit. But you can't start out promising and then start turning into what the host calls a pamper.
The Bears need to move out of Chicago and call themselves something else. That's all I'm saying.
And they got too much talent to be this damn sorry, man. They got a lot of talent on this damn team, for real.
They're underachieving like hell.
They are. The Bills win 30-20 over the Colts. The Bills are 8-2. The Colts are 4-6. How do we really feel about the Bills?
I think the Bills are a pretender, man. I really do. I think once they get to the playoffs and they get
but you keep putting them in your Power 5.
I do, because they're winning.
I don't even care. I feel like even if you win it, if it don't look like you really what you say you are, I can't put you in my 5 for some reason. I just can't.
You want to know why? You want to know why they're not my Power 5? And I mentioned it. They got blasted by Baltimore. Blasted. A real team that has the same record.
And every team they've been beating lately is sorry as fuck, for real.
So when they saw somebody, look, if you saw my power records, I got Pittsburgh instead of them. Pittsburgh, even though they haven't really been playing a whole lot, they've been playing better opponents than the Buffalo Bills.
They have. But 1-5, I get why you did it, though.
I ain't mad at you. I get it.
No, I get it. I get it wholeheartedly why you did it. The Chiefs win 16-14 over the Broncos. The Chiefs are now 9-0. The Broncos are 5-5. The Broncos basically let them get this special teams playoff on them because they whole game, that one side was ass the whole game. And the Chiefs was just paying attention like, okay, bet. Y'all going to kick a field goal to win the game? All right, we're going to go over that side again, and this time we're going to block it.
But you know what? It would have been the perfect time to pull a fake on their ass because they committed like hell.
Well, another thing is, like I said before, this is not your Kansas City Chiefs normal team. This defense is really good. They gave up 14 points in the first half, and Broncos have 14 points for the rest of the game.
Right.
So that lets you know Pat Mahomes does not have to do nothing major. He just has to manage. It's crazy for me to say this out loud, but Pat Mahomes, all he has to do is manage the game. And if he manages the game, his defense is going to win it for him.
But how ironic, he's having one of his worst statistical seasons, and the defense is carrying him. Normally, he has to carry the defense. How profound.
They're that good, man.
How we feel about Bo Nix, though? He seems to be.
Bo Nix is going to be all right, man. That team is. You know what that is? That's a young team struggling to try to beat a veteran team that knows how to win. That's all it was. They ran into a team that figured out how to win, and they haven't figured out how to win yet. That's all it is. Because the Nix is turning the corner, man. He's turning the corner.
Back in Denver.
Well, it's like this. Let me ask y'all this. How do you feel Bo Nix versus Caleb Williams?
I
That ain't
like.
even. Come on,
Well,
man.
I think
Come on, you want some? Hey, you want some humps? You want some motherfucking?
Here you
You
go,
want some
dog.
motherfucking humps?
now I'm
Let me
not
Hey,
ask you
fan
though. Hey,
that's
Williams.
we're on a podcast. That's a good question. I know how I feel.
I'm not a fan of Caleb Williams, but I think if you put Caleb Williams on the Broncos, it's a similar situation if you switch the two. And Bo Nix may be a little worse on the Bears. You know what I mean? But
Let's put it like this. Let's put it like this.
right now,
I get what you're
I
saying,
think
but let's leave them where they are and tell me how you feel.
I don't think Caleb Williams is as good as Bo Nix this year. I think Bo Nix
Yeah.
is
I
the
think.
best rookie quarterback.
I think. I think. I think. I think Bo Nix is better than him this year. Jaden
Yeah,
Daniels is the best
But
rookie
not
quarterback
overall.
right now.
I
Jaden
think.
Yeah.
Daniels is the best rookie quarterback right now. But 5-5 for a
Mhm.
rookie is a good record to me. To me,
Yeah. And I mean
you're
Caleb Williams is
500.
on a 4-5 team, so it's not like it's drastically different. It's just right now Nix
Yeah,
is a little bit more professionally sound. Caleb Williams is still doing college shit, trying to
but
instead of throwing the ball
remember,
away.
but remember, Nix was older when he came out too. So
But he's
Nix
He's
got that.
46.
he's
Yeah, he
older.
got them years on him.
Look at his coaching staff.
Well,
He's got
I mean
we know.
that's that
I
too.
mean, we know that part. That's why we
yeah.
not he not saying it based on that. He just saying who you think look better. Period. In
Right
general,
now. Just
and
right now. Because the season still has 7, 8 games, but right now, like I said, we know Bo Nix is as old as me and 1-5. At the end of the day, he's using that to his advantage.
but if we go off coaching staff, of course we know the Bears coaching staff is a shit show. Like we know the Broncos
Man,
coaching staff is better.
we can do a better job than the Chicago Bears goddamn
This,
coaching staff right
this is
now.
what I'm proposing right now. The On God podcast team take over Chicago Bear coaching next year.
I'm about to apply. I'm about to go on to the damn website
We
for
can't
to
make it
get
work
these applications to be the head coach or some shit.
for it. You know what I mean?
Just hey, as long as I ain't got to live in Chicago, because I ain't trying to be cold all year long, motherfucker.
Well, we just fly in and
Cash,
out.
hey,
Fly
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Cash me the fuck
Hey,
out,
for the amount of
motherfucker.
money them motherfuckers are stealing to be that bad, I'll be frostbitten and I'll be over that motherfucker like
Oh
this at the
no,
bank, like.
I won't. No,
All
nope.
we need is 1 year.
I'll fly in, motherfucker. I'll stay where I'm at, and you
Yeah.
just cash me out. I'll run the team from where the fuck I'm
This
at.
motherfucker
You
be
cash me
flying.
right.
He gonna be flying
You
Spirit
know what I
Airlines to
mean?
go every fucking week.
All we got to do, all we got to do is suck it up for 1 year. Get that,
I'll be
sign
sitting.
that $10
I'll
million
be sitting them motherfuckers.
contract, whatever it is.
I'll be I'll be sending them John Madden playbooks.
Yeah, right off of
Here
Madden.
you go.
Madden.
Take
Right
no
off.
ball.
We'll be
Hey,
running the fucking
we
cloud
be running the
defense.
goddamn run and shoot in the NFL and shit. Just
Nah,
run and
I'm gonna
shoot,
bring.
motherfucker.
I'm gonna bring back Cat Boso from Tecmo Bowl. You know that play was unstoppable in Chicago. I'm gonna bring
Yeah,
it back.
Right.
yeah. So look, the Saints upset the Falcons 20-17. The
Man,
Falcons are 6-4. The Saints are 3-7. I keep saying this shit about these fucking Falcons, man. You just can't trust them, man. They will look so
Nothing
good.
in that division. Nothing in that
That
division.
division is like a cheating woman. You just can't trust the bitch. You can't trust her.
10 wins. 9 or 10 wins is the most you can win there because they don't. Neither one of them want to get out of each other's way. They beat each
So
other up, and we're like,
I still think the Falcons gonna win it though.
yeah. But it's gonna be like they're gonna beat into the playoffs, 10-7, 9-8, just like the rest of these some bitches.
Mm-mm-mm.
I mean, think about it. Tampa Bay finished 9-8 2 years in a row, won the fucking division. That's what you expect from them. That division is 9 or 10 wins, and they get the fuck out the playoffs the first week.
If Cousins can be consistent, the Falcons should just run away with this shit. But they can't do
You
it.
can't. You can't do it. You can't
They
do it.
can't do it. So the 49ers win 23-20. It's the return to your boy. 23-20 over the Bucks. McCaffrey returns, had a pretty nice game. Offense looked a little better.
Couldn't run the ball or worth a fuck, but okay.
But
13 carries, 39 yards. For him, that's fine because he got 100 total yards from scrimmage, but that shit wasn't real, man. They couldn't run the ball. You run Jordan Mason one time. And you
Pearsall
almost lost the
finally got
game because your special team cost us. Almost cost us.
Pearsall finally got his first career touchdown in the NFL. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I don't even give a fuck if you make the playoffs or not. You ain't gonna win shit because this offense without Brandon Ayuk and all your pieces, it don't float the same. It just doesn't. It's something about it where it just does not float the same. Like I don't know why, but it's kind of. I'll give you what it is. It's like Philly. It's like it's always great when you got your starters, but if AJ Brown go down, we look like a totally different team. It's just given. It's just one of your
Well,
keys is
there's some newer parts in there. There's some inconsistencies. The ability not to stretch the field vertically as much because we don't have a burner. Now we got one, but my head coach refuses to play him. He wants to put him on punt return and let him drop punt returns all day and cost us wins. Like he's not a punt returner. He's 4.3 speed. Stretch the field, even if you don't throw him the ball, even though he can catch. He's a solid receiver. But my head coach, because he thinks since he was a former wide receiver, he has this thing where he puts you through some bullshit for the first year, and then he tries to play middle games, and then about year 2 or 3, that's when he'll allow you to play, which is fucking stupid. But all right, hey, who am I? I'm just a fucking fan that
but
sits
I
back and
just feel
watches the
like
same shit every year.
I feel like I can't trust your defense either because you gave up you almost lost to the Buccaneers and he was throwing it to me and you.
I mean, to be fair, that was mostly special teams. To miss 3 field goals and then drop a punt to put them back in the game when we were up 10-0, that we really should have blew them the fuck out. That was special teams mistakes. That defense played solid. It was the fucking defense. It was the special teams and that damn offense being all over the place because you instead of putting touchdowns because we're still having red zone problems, we're putting field goal opportunities out there that we're missing. So it's like it's a collage of a lot of silly shit, but they got 7 weeks to clean that shit up. That's all I'm saying. And we're getting people back, so that is what it is. I don't know.
We'll move on. The
Yeah,
Steelers win
please.
28-27 over the Commanders, putting my team in the
Great game.
first place in NFC East like I wanted them to do. I was so happy. I called this that I needed the Steelers to win. The Steelers are rolling. This is their best win, but they are rolling. And I can't. Russell Wilson looks good. I can't.
And you know what? You
There's
really
nothing
can't
you can
even say
say.
anything bad about the Commanders because, like I said, Jaden Daniels once again didn't have a great game, but he didn't make a whole lot of mistakes,
But the
and he was
Commanders,
1 point away.
but the Commanders secondary is ass. That's their
Oh, we know
problem.
that. That's
They
that's the
went and
problem.
got
The offense is
they went and
obviously
got
carrying that team.
they went and got Lattimore thinking that's gonna change something, but Lattimore's he's past his prime. Even though he's a Buckeye, he ain't
Well,
the
he didn't
same
even play.
Lattimore.
He hasn't
And he
played yet.
hurt. I know he hurt. I know he hurt. I'm just saying he's not gonna change that much on that DB. That back end is ass. It's been ass. That's why they keep giving up so much points. Like you could beat the Commanders if you contain Jaden Daniels. Man, you gotta understand, man. Look, this is how you know they secondary ass. Mike Williams' first game, he catches a
He
long pass
scores a
for a touchdown.
touchdown.
He hadn't scored a fucking touchdown with the Jets damn near the whole fucking season for real.
Ran
Without
by
him.
the cornerback too, like he got jets.
So I'm trying to tell
That
you,
shit
man.
was crazy. I was looking like, what? At first I was like,
Their
what the fuck
secondary,
is this? I thought it was another Mike
this
Williams. I thought it was
secondary
Mike Williams
is a
from Watts.
pamper. Yeah, they secondary is a pamper. The Vikings win 12-7 over the Jags. The Jags are 2-8. The Vikings are 7-2. But that 12-7 is very concerning about the Vikings. The Vikings been looking a little shaky the last few games.
Because Darnold's come back down to earth. He now looks back like my backup quarterback from last year who has the same exact name and looks exactly like him.
It was only a matter of time. It happens like that,
Only a
man.
matter of time. And you know what?
Always.
Early in the season, I did try to give them a vote of confidence. I said, well, maybe they found their guy. No, it looks like they got a guy that's going to compete for the starting job next year when McCarthy comes back.
It's not no good.
That's it.
I mean,
That defense is aggressive. I don't know if they got injuries or whatever, or they didn't figure them out. But that defense ain't as aggressive. The offense is looking like shit, and you struggle with the goddamn London Jaguars.
What'd you say, 1-5?
I was just saying, I think the defenses have caught up to him. I mean, that's all it is. They've got some film on him now because there's not a whole lot of film on him because he's been a backup everywhere for the most part. And yeah, they just caught up to him, bro.
But I'm just trying to figure out how do you not. What was this defense doing against the Jaguars not to give enough opportunities to score, because the Jaguars ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? And the Vikings.
And they've been selling players.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
They sold a couple of their players, a couple of their key players. They got rid of. They were sellers in the trade before the trading deadline. So
Yeah,
you really should have beat the brakes off these motherfuckers.
That's what I'm thinking.
The Jaguars is like trying to do an action film with all the extras from Adam Sandler movies.
You stupid.
That's about right.
You stupid. And I love all the Adam Sandler people, but the extras are ass.
I mean,
they're funny.
The extras are ass, though.
Yeah. I'm not saying they're ass. They just ain't, they ain't Brad Pitt or Tom Cruise.
No, they ain't shit. They ain't no shit.
They solid, but they ain't gonna carry a motion picture like that.
Right. The Panthers beat the Giants 20-17.
I think most of the Panthers beat the Giants.
I should have. The Panthers are 3-7. The Giants are 2-8. Bryce Young got him 2 wins in a row. 2 in a row. The Giants are just just.
He next. He about to go to the job center.
Yeah.
I just don't understand this shit.
I don't know why the Giants brought back their coaching staff either. Their coaching staff.
Well, because they had a decent year last year with that coaching staff, but they paid the wrong person.
Yeah. That was 2 years ago. Remember last year they struggled last year because old boy was hurt.
Yeah. 2 years ago they was all right.
Here's the question. So Daniel Jones is at the part of his contract where if they play him anymore and he gets hurt, then they're on the hook for his whole contract.
They got to pay him all that money. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think they set his ass the rest of the year?
Well,
they're thinking about it. They've already talked about it.
I know a Giants fan that's got another podcast. I'm not gonna mention this, but he said that it's not this year, it's next year that kicks in.
Yeah.
So he thinks that next year they're gonna sit his ass. They're gonna make sure they start somebody else. They're probably gonna draft somebody else and not play him. And so
that's what they said what the plan was. They said they have no intention of getting rid of him this offseason because they don't necessarily have to. They can go get a guy, have him sit behind him just in case some shit happens, and then get rid of his ass the following season.
He's ass.
That's an anchor. That's a Jimmy Garoppolo. Why have a Jimmy Garoppolo around? He ain't even Jimmy Garoppolo. He's Jerry Garoppolo.
Daniel Jones might be the worst draft pick in NFL history.
Nah. Because he's had some success. But we can name all three of us can name at least 10 guys that they've been drafted high as he is or higher.
I give you this.
He was drafted.
I give you this. He's one of them, but he's not the.
Oh yeah. So he's in the top 25 of all time terribles.
He was almost like a nepotism pick because he had all those connections with the Mannings and all that bullshit. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what the fuck the Giants are doing.
Hey! Remind me again where David Klingler was drafted.
Hey, David Klingler would have worked if they ran a.
I know he was gonna do it.
If David Klingler,
it's okay, man.
If David Klingler would have went to the Bills instead of the Bengals, we've been talking about that.
Hey, man, your David Klingler is my Trey Lance, man. So you got one, I got one. Hey, the man that hosts this show has one.
Keely Smith was way worse than David Klingler.
You actually had two. I'm sorry, I forgot. Hey, look, I don't know how I forgot about him. You had a couple of them.
Them some horrible ass quarterbacks, boy.
Guys, Big Daddy Dan Wilkinson. We had a few guys bust up there.
Yeah, but I mean, you know what? It is what it is, man. You know, it's unfortunate. Like I said, these kids come into this sport thinking that their talent is going to be enough for them to be successful, and the
Man,
real life of professional adult football gets in the way, and they ass on the outside looking in.
I hate to throw Kajana Carter in there because he had an injury that just destroyed his career. But
You got an all-time team of motherfuckers y'all done drafted. I actually got some people you probably forgot about. I could add, but I ain't gonna do that to you.
I have to work on that. Put on the all-time worst draft pick Bengals team, and just put a
Yeah,
team
you do that shit on your time. I don't want to hear that stupid ass
position
shit.
by
I
position.
don't
Worst
want to
team.
Hey,
hear
I got a
that.
little fucked up pick, so I ain't throwing you under the bus. I'm just saying you had worse fuck ups than we have though. I will say that y'all are just wild shit.
That shit had me throwing up on the goddamn podcast. I'm like, did you really do that dumb ass shit? I ain't
Yeah,
doing that shit.
Hey
maybe
man, I would be on this motherfucker laughing though.
I'll do it and put it on the Facebook site or something. I don't
We'll
know.
call it the Trail of Tears, the Cincinnati Bengals worst draft picks.
So that's our picks for the week. Well, not our picks, but that's our games for college, for NFL and college football for week 10 and the week 11. Thursday we will have our picks. We'll be giving y'all out. Please like and share this show as well. This episode, this is gonna be a good one for everybody. Tune in too, because man, shit just was so easy to get through. Um, I gotta give a RIP to Mr. Faust today. He passed away. I gotta give praise to his family. I gotta give a shout out to Vinny Curry that played for the Eagles. He's retiring as an Eagle. Well, he was on my Super Bowl team in 2017. We also got to give a shout out to the NBA because the Cup started today. So the NBA Cup starts today. It's a lot of games. If you haven't tuned in, please check it out. 10 o'clock, the Warriors play the Mavs. Klay Thompson is returning to Golden State. If anybody want to tune in there, I'm definitely going to tune into that. I want to see what happens.
Is the goal
Um,
8-2 right now, aren't they?
yeah, Golden State is looking great. They look
Yeah.
really good.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna get into our side notes before we get out of here. I think I did. Who did I do last time first? Was it
Mm-hmm.
you? Was it you on five? It was
Possibly.
2 times, wasn't it?
It might have been. I don't know. You pick who you feel like on Diller choice.
Mm, 2 times. Go ahead. What's your side note?
Uh, there's a dilemma right now in Major League Baseball about where the Tampa Rays are going to play because their stadium got tore up in that. Well, two of those two hurricanes. I don't know if y'all noticed, but the Rays are supposed to move into a new stadium in 28. So with all the damage going on down there and the repair and everything, the city council is trying to figure out where to place them. Well, the Major League Baseball is trying to figure out where to place them, but the city council is trying to figure out what they're going to do with the stadium because why put money into it to clean it up for them to play for 2 years only to tear it down, there's a schedule to tear down the stadium that's under question right now anyway. So that's a waste of money. So they're talking about a few different venues, probably even possibly relocating the team to Montreal until 28, or a couple of minor league places like they got a AAA squad stadium in Durham. They've talked about Nashville, Charlotte. Me personally, I would like to see them play in Montreal, kind of like how the Hornets played in Oklahoma City for about a year and a half, a few years back when Katrina came. So it's gonna be real wild what they come up with, but more than likely, it just doesn't make any sense. Like when a car is totaled, you don't go put more money into it knowing you're about to get a new car anyway. You just tear that some bitch or send it to the junkyard and go on about your life. So um, I want to shout out to that community still trying to rebuild and everything, and a shout out to the Tampa Bay Rays, man. Hopefully they get a good decision that won't affect their upcoming season or seasons that they have to play basically in a situation where they're not playing in their home territory.
Feel that. I feel that. Um, they in my division, so I don't really like them. But I do notice. I know these is facts, but I do notice in the regular season their numbers are down real low as far as the fan base, and their numbers are up in the playoffs because they make the playoffs a lot, but they always lose for some reason. But I agree with you. They need to figure out what they're gonna do. That's a good one.
Mhm.
1-5. What's your side note?
Friday on Netflix.
Yeah, I brought that shit up today.
We are about to see the most arrogant motherfucker on the planet get put in his place. My
I
man
hope
said
so.
the gods told him that he's going to be faster, stronger, and he ain't going to see them punches coming. Now, that said, Mike Tyson is in his 50s, but I still don't think Mike Tyson, man, if you see Mike Tyson work out, he's still got power, he's still got
He looked
speed.
good. He looked
He
good.
He looks good. And let's face it, Roy Jones Jr., probably one of the top 5 boxers of all time, if not the top pound for pound boxer of all time in his prime. All right. Power wise and stuff.
One of my personal favorites.
You can make that
Mine
argument.
too.
You can make the argument. He got his ass whooped by Tyson. And Tyson took it easy on him. So I think Jake Paul's running his mouth, and hopefully there's no clauses in there to where he can't punch him in the face, because it seemed like the bare knuckles guy he fought last fight never threw face punches, which would lead me to believe there was a clause to where he wasn't allowed to hit him in the face.
Which is what's the fucking point?
He ain't never had no claws in none of his fights. No. Jake Paul fight. You can fight Jake Paul straight up. He's a straight up fighter. I'm a boxing. If you don't watch boxing 1-5, you can't speak on something that you don't watch. You got to watch it to speak on it. I done seen Jake Paul fight at least, because I can't stand Jake Paul. He's fought. I've seen at least 4 of his fights.
Watch all of his fights to see when he's going to get beat the fuck up.
Yeah, and he's always punching people in their face.
He's
so
just
there ain't no clauses.
To me, the thing that sucks about this dude is he fights either like people not in the sport, or fights
people old as fuck.
Old as fuck.
He ain't fighting nobody. He lost to Fury's brother. But that's because Fury's brother is a real boxer.
That's the only boxer he's fought.
Exactly, because he won't fight nobody that can fight for real.
Yeah.
Mike Tyson is 58 years old. 58.
Mike Tyson's 58, and he's going to fuck him up on Friday.
And he's Jake Paul from State Farm.
I hope Tyson whoop his ass, but I think he's gonna run the whole fight. I don't really think he's gonna be able to.
I hope he put his ass to the ropes like Ivan Drago.
Tell you what, as soon as Tyson catches him with the body shot, he's gonna run.
Oh, he gonna shit on himself. He's not gonna shit.
I think he's gonna run. I think he's gonna run the whole fight. I think it's gonna be a pity pat match. They're gonna be doing this shit. Because he's going to be running from Tyson, ducking. He's going to be clamping with him, so the referee keep coming in between them. He's going to do that type of shit because he know he's
going to try to tire him out. He's going to try to wear Mike out.
He don't want to get hit one of them punches. But Mike ain't going to tire because Mike be training like a motherfucker now. Mike on his shit, bro, for real. That's funny because that was going to be my side note. Damn. No, well, my side note is go. I had another one too. I'm gonna speak about it too.
Well, get it the fuck out.
Fuck you. My side note is based on what I was talking about earlier with the whole Dallas Cowboy Mike McCarthy thing. Him and Rex Ryan got into it verbally, back and forth, and I understood where Rex Ryan is coming from because he's coming from a coach's position. But like Jeff Saturday said on Get Up this morning, players play for players. They play for the players before they play for y'all, the coach, because that's who they go to war with on that field. So I understand why he stood up for him. I feel like he should have left Mike McCarthy's name out of it, but he didn't. But he also apologized to Mike McCarthy. So my thing is, let the shit go. It's not a big deal. Well, y'all need to be worried about trying to win some fucking games because y'all are fucking sorry. Like,
hey, you know what's so funny?
I hadn't won in Dallas in 17, almost. First of all, we damn near ain't won in Dallas in like 17 years. Second of all, no, it ain't been 17. It's close to it, though. Second of all, Jalen Hurts has never won in Dallas until now. And we beat your ass. Like, bro, y'all sorry, bro. They sorry.
But you know what's so crazy? They ain't talking about that. on my situation with Debo and my damn long snapper.
But your
With,
situation, I don't know what the fuck wrong with Debo. And my thing is this: you gotta be smarter than that, bro. Because I know what you're doing. You're one of the leaders on the team. So you telling him, hey man, y'all got, but it's a way you motivate your kicker. And that way he went about it, that was not smart, bro. That shit was not smart at all. Like that looked bad. That made
well, you
the
know what
kicker
it
look
was?
real bad.
You know what it really was? It was the fact that Tarver came in, my long snapper, came in and tried to defend Debo, saying something to him like, "Hey man, I need you to get your head in the game," and that's where you saw the fact where he kind of mugged him a little bit. But all Debo came over to do was just tell him, like, "Hey man, I need you to and a lot of players around the league pretty much did the same thing. Like, hey, he was just telling him to lock in. Why do you come to the defense of him? All he was doing was telling him to get his head out of his ass, which that happens in most games. Like you just saw Kevin Durant tell Nurkic that shit. Like, hey, bro, get off of that bullshit and pass the ball because he was over there getting 9 rebounds off of not 12 misses he had. I don't know if you just saw that the other night, but Durant just went off on Nurkic in the same type of situation. But nobody came to Nurkic's motherfucking defense.
I look
So
at it like this though. Just think about it like this though. Do Debo drop passes?
Debo's the reason why he was missing field
So
goal because he
so
was getting
so
them down
let's
there.
so let's say the kicker goes up to, let's say the long snapper goes up to Debo and tells Debo, you need to tighten up and get your head in the game. You think the long snapper would have grabbed Debo by his motherfucking neck just because Debo said, "Nah, why you got something to say to me, bro?" You think he would have
Well,
grabbed Debo by the neck?
I don't think any of the guys would have came up to Tarver and tried to defend Debo. I think that shit just would have been a back and forth between them two. I think the situation would have been a little bit different, but I get
The
what you're
mug,
saying.
I get the word play, but the mug and shit that made you look bad.
He should have left the mug. Okay, so let's agree on this. He should have left the mugging part out. But
That's
what
the
he
only thing
said
I
to
said
him,
that was wrong. That's what I said
yeah,
was wrong. If you gonna say something, that's fine. Y'all on the same team. But when you put your hands on a grown ass man, now I could beat your ass.
Mhm.
and I know one time on 145 behalf, a representative of the long snapper nation. I really want to know his opinion on it.
I was a little disappointed. I get where Depot's coming from. Uh, man, just honestly, whenever a kicker misses a field goal, everybody's on his ass. Man, you got one job: make the fucking field goal. Now
And we was on number 3 though.
the long snapper is a specialty guy with the kicker, so he spends a lot of time with the kicker. Usually, they're
Look
better
at your boy.
off the field. So I could see why he came up to the defense. But if you put your hands on me and I'm a grown man, we're
I
gonna
could
have to
beat
fight.
your ass. Like,
Yeah, I ain't mad at that.
We're
put your
gonna have to
motherfucking
fight.
hands on me,
We're
boy.
gonna have to figure that out in the locker room.
Right. And then we
You know
on
what I mean?
national TV, bro.
First of all, you touch me walking into the game looking like you look like, you ain't touching me. You come in with that sassy ass outfit, you ain't touching me.
Yeah, that outfit was fucked up.
Yeah,
You know who you look like? Remember that skit on Dave Chappelle? The dude was dancing behind the damn lawnmower. That's that outfit he looked like he was in.
Hey,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah,
Your,
you
your, your
ain't
boy,
touching me
your
looking
boy,
like.
your
All
boy
right,
dressed like that every fucking game.
Yeah, he dressed like he's the Dwayne Wade of my damn team.
yeah. You can't touch another man like that because now I think you're coming on to me. All
Yeah,
right, now we got a whole other. Now we got a whole other.
he be doing too much, bro. Like that
Yeah,
shit.
way too
And
much.
then he be dropping passes and be acting like he be out there playing perfect, motherfucker. You don't be playing perfect,
Hey,
Debo. Stop
and
playing.
Debo may be a big dude, but them offensive linemen and defensive linemen will fuck somebody up.
Like I said, say lock into him and walk away. And if dude has something to say to you, just tell him to shut the fuck up, but don't touch it. Don't touch him.
Don't
Yeah,
touch
Leave him.
him,
Just
bro.
leave
You ain't
him.
have to
Yeah,
touch him, bro.
in the heat of
that's
the
a bad look.
in the heat of a game, I mean, I've been in football games and got into it with teammates. You know what I mean? And it's just is what it
Yeah.
is. I mean, you're in the heat of a game. Yeah, your testosterone's sky level. You're just, it is what it is, man. Basketball, same thing with basketball. But at the end of the day, man, you just don't touch people. Don't put your hands on.
No.
Nah, you can't put your hands on a grown ass man.
Yeah.
He almost popped the trunk on his ass.
Yeah, he needed to. That's our sad notes for the weekend. This is our episode for the weekend. This is the On God podcast. Everything I do it on God. Every time we do it on God. When I do it with these two crazy motherfuckers, we do it on God. I am Young Money Bad News, the co-CEO of the Star Money Click, the number one rapper in the world, and BMC's Capo for life. That is 1-5, the other co-CEO of the Star Money Click, the number one producer in the world, and the Beat Punishers head honcho. That is Jimmy Two Times, the number one 49ers fan in the world, and the number one Oklahoma Sooner fan in the world, and my brother from another mother. We was the On God podcast. We are out. Holla.
Assalamu alaikum, baby.
Peace.